How the devil is everyone doing? Okay, looks like we're live. At least I think we are. Yeah. And I'll post that. Right, so I need to light up some panels. I don't remember how many of them I need to light up, but let's start trying to puzzle solve. Let's have a look for some paintable surfaces.
You made it to the control room. Sensational. One press of the big red button, please.
Big red button. Oh, I gotta move my other chat down to... Gotta remember that I gotta move this chat down to here. What is the big red button gonna do, sir?
Sensational. One down, two to go.
Oh, is this me finally getting the other paint colors loaded into my gun? No, I'm changing this to yellow. Okay. Hello, everyone. Okay. Is it I'm plugging my yellow paint gun into different rooms? Okay.
Let me see if I can unlock that for you. Okay, this is gonna sound like a cliche, but you'll have to find another way inside.
Yeah, I suspected so from these paint pads. Okay, so I can paint this yellow, can I?
Hey, I said find another way inside, not make one.
Okay, green attracts to green has broken the vent open. Can I jump high enough to get in there? No, I'm gonna need something to climb on. Hello, Tara. Tara says, excited for the next arc of Dyke's Funk. Can't wait to see everyone's reaction to how the Falcon Bridge arc ended. Oh, we sure did. We sure did with the current Dice Funk arc. Okay, I'm gonna need to get a box or something over... That's not activatable yet. I'm gonna need to get a box over there that I can climb onto to get into the vent. Ah! And paint the filing cabinet. How do I... That's how I turn the torch on.
This is as good a way as any, I guess. Carry on. There's a stairwell nearby. At the top, there should be a vent looping back to the portal lab.
Okay, let's have a look around before I head directly to where I'm being sent.
Here, okay? Most of these things are more valuable than, well, more valuable than you.
Okay, I'm gonna want to climb up there. No worries, Tara. Totally understand. Hope you're having a decent day. Okay. Where am I trying to lead this yellow box? That's the question. Am I leading it to climb up here? Am I trying to get it onto a switch, maybe? Oh, I can use it to climb up here. That's what I can do. Raise the stairs. What is this achieving me? Being up here means I can see that shootable surface. I don't know yet what that achieves for me. I can drop down into this room that I couldn't previously enter. Painted the wall, which brought this over here, which lit that switch up, which got me stairs. Haha. Okay, we have a yellow box in the vent. I can paint the vent itself yellow. If I paint above and below, we can break the vent open. And pull the box out by proximity to this.
Look at you, crawling through the vents like a... I don't know. What's an animal that crawls through vents? Bruce Willis?
I'm crawling through vents like a Bruce Willis.
This is the staging room.
Okay,
press that big red button.
So there's an orange marker over there, and I currently have a red vent, so I'm gonna turn it orange, break it open. Hey, Dandelion, thank you very much for the 56 months of sub. Purple Penguin, Discord is definitely not on fire subscription time. Discord in generally on fire because of all the age rating bullshit, or my Discord in particular because I am still absent from it? What kind of fires are definitely not happening? Oh, I love the chaos that is me trying to get this stupid Discord access back. Okay, I gotta get one more. It's definitely not on fire, honest. Okay, Izzy, I've got a... Hello, I'm a paranoid person who's not great at sarcasm. I have to ask you sincerely and with no sarcasm, is there a problem I need to be worrying about? Or are you doing jokes and everything is fine? I need to know the answer to that question now. It's a bit, okay. I thought it was probably a bit, but I'm, you know, you can see why I would need to double check that. Oh, Tara, I'm glad you had, from the sounds of it, such a lovely day. Okay, so I still can't activate this platform. How do I activate this platform? Oh, I need to get up there? I need to get up to the ceiling. How do I get up to this ceiling? Okay, I only have the yellow gun right now. Can I get a better look of the upstairs from here? Hey, Natalie, I'm pretty decent today. What did I do today? I watched a 1960s Swedish psychological horror film that was an inspiration for David Lynch's work, which I will be talking about on Fix Your Heart or Die, that we're recording tonight. Put up a new accessibility. I played a little bit of like 7 different video games today. I've been doing that thing where I'm trying to work out which ones are worth my time to like invest time into this week. I played a little bit of Relooted, which I really want to do some streaming of on Monday, about a side-scrolling heist game about stealing artifacts from museums and bringing them back to their countries of origin. I played a bit of High on Life 2, some of the God of War pixel art side-scrolling platformer, some Cairn, some Chromagun 2, yeah, the name of the film was... I need to remind myself what it was, because it's a Swedish film and I need to remember what the translated title is. Hour of the Wolf, from 1969. It is a movie called Hour of the Wolf. 1968. You can find it on Internet Archive. It is a Ingmar Bergden film, I believe. He is the creator of a film called Persona that is largely attributed to being one of the major inspirations to David Lynch's work. It is about an artist slowly losing his mind while being haunted by the vampire ghost that I think represents his closeted homosexuality. Okay, let's go back out to the main room. I only have the yellow gun right now. The yellow paint. I'm clearly trying to get up to this level because I opened a vent. Or maybe that's where I'm going to be coming out at the far end. Is this I've got to, like, climb up on the boxes and... Is this how I'm meant to do this? No, there's, like, an invisible wall I am not meant to be. You can see why I thought climbing up that was how I was meant to go, where I was meant to go. Did I miss a walkway up here? Let's walk back upstairs and see if I missed a really obvious doorway. Yeah, I want to be on that walkway over there. I can't get that way. Okay. Okay, where I'm looking at up there must be the exit, not the entrance. What I need to look is for another doorway. I went up through there. Ooh, I've not been back here.
Hey, where are you going?
Feel free to ask a Pogquisition question, sure. Okay, I can get the barrels by attracting yellow to yellow. Hopefully this is progress. Any more paintable surfaces? Ah, we've got paintable surfaces up here. Okay. Through the bathroom, through the lockers. Where am I heading? What am I painting?
There you are. Did you take a stroll through the sewers?
Maybe.
That's, well, very you.
Okay, so... In the intro to this week's episode, there was a mention of some problematic aspects of eugenics. Will that be in a later episode? Probably. Me and Conrad have only seen as much of that game as we have seen, and there is a lot of stuff in that game, and a lot of stuff in that game that is randomized, and I am sure it will come up, the things that other people have bumped into in that game. The joys of... look, this is Ed McMillan. He's a person who makes deliberately kind of edgy material. Having played as much of the Binding of Isaac as I can, it's like, I picked up a power-up that's me shooting explosive fetuses at things. Like, yeah.
This is one of the
This is Splatoon Portal, yeah. This is basically Splatoon Portal.
Originally meant to be our main product line. They're well-behaved, incredibly efficient, and you wouldn't believe how cheap they are to produce. Seriously, if I told you, you'd say, "No way, Richard! That can't be!" And I'd say, "But if I tell you," and you'd say, "No, I refuse to believe it!" And then we get in a fight about your trust issue.
Okay. This button is to reset this. Okay, but it goes too far, so I need to close that door to reset its position, so the stairs go up. At some point, I probably need to... Oh. Yeah, come down into this room. Am I trying to turn the electricity off? I guess that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to turn the electricity off before I come this way. That's why I'm going this way first. I see. I'm understanding what I'm doing. This time I don't fall down there. We get the yellow ball. Ball's down here. Where am I trying to take it to and how? Okay. Oh, destroying Destroying a sphere destroys the electrical grid in that area. Huh. I see. Do I get another... No, I don't get another sphere. Okay, but these stairs are not up. Clearly not done with this puzzle. Oh, if I follow this line, I'll find out what makes the stairs... Is it this button? Aha, this button locks that door, but it makes these stairs go up, and now I can come here safely. Aha.
Anyway, turns out people don't enjoy hanging out with deadly spiky balls without personality. And we never found a way to give them personality. So now we use them to perform the tedious tasks around the place. That and in the testing tracks, of course.
Simply sensational. Yeah, so right now I have a gun that shoots one color of paint, and the Portal-esque plot of what's going on is I got tricked into involuntary servitude testing this gun for a definitely not Aperture Science corporation. But I accidentally broke the gun that shoots 3 colors of paint. So I'm powering up a machine to go to a different alternative reality where the gun is not broken and steal the not broken gun from their reality and then come back. That's narratively what I'm doing right now with mixing colors of paint to... Okay.
See? I don't even care about you fizzling the worker
A nice,
droids.
yeah, a
How
nice,
cheaply
simple,
I
straightforward plot.
produce.
Also, you know that this game was inspired by people who like Portal because they used the term fizzling or destroying an object in a... Are we going to call it a material about emancipation grid? We could call it that. Yep, we're going to cause problems for whatever other reality, but that's that reality's problem.
Oh, I'm so excited! We never used the trans-universal displacer before. I mean, we have used it, just not successfully. I mean, yes, we've used it successfully. For us. Got a bunch of data out of it. Not so much successfully for whoever went through. The last tester came out the other end inside out. And then exploded.
I hope
But
to not come
3
out of this
times
inside
the
out.
charm, right? Never give up, never surrender. That's Sun Tzu, I think.
Aha. This is that upstairs level I wanted to get to. There we go.
Okay, this is the VIP area. Press the big red button, but don't touch anything else. Especially not the gym. That's it. Okay, now, press the last button in front of the portal. One more thing before you go. If you see the other universe's version of you, do not interact with it. You. Because that would destroy the... no, that's time travel. You're just going to an alternate reality. What are the rules for that? Don't do anything that would destroy the fabric of our reality, I guess.
Well, surely I am gonna meet this other reality's version of me, because presumably they have the gun that I'm about to steal. I would assume. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's it! Sensational! Now, off you go.
Okay. Time to walk through the definitely not a problem portal.
And come back. No dilly-dallying. You don't know what their universe is up to. Good luck.
Oh. Oh. Okay, we're not going to the Wild West, but it's all eggs. Or Egypt. Where are we going?
Whoa, sorry I may have
Ooh.
miscalibrated the portal. If you saw other universes, don't worry. If everything goes as planned, you won't be visiting any of them. Okay, now try... Okay, now try again.
Okay. Okay. I'll just ignore those other realities I saw then. Chromagun 2, Die Hard. Oh. I would have loved to have seen pyramids.
Hello? Is someone there?
No, Mildred, no one here.
You? Say, did you just come out of the alternate reality portal?
No.
Do you have a... Is that a Chromagun? It looks so different. Why, aren't you a wondrous little creature?
Oh no. Oh no, are you gonna put me into your weird portal experiments now?
Oh, dearie, look at you. You look positively knackered. Whatever happened to you, you poor thing?
Oh.
What do you say you come up to my office and we'll get you cleaned up over a nice hot cup of tea and some biscuits?
Sounds quite lovely.
Here, dearie.
Ah, please tell me this is gonna be a nice, lovely universe. So yeah, I should probably talk about the color mixing system and the really cool thing this game does for accessibility, for colorblind accessibility, because it's a game about mixing colors. Next time I see a non-yellow but already colored surface, I will demonstrate. It's patterns, but it's pattern combinations. I need a primary color to show this with. Okay, I can kind of explain it here. So, that panel up there is green. Green is made of two colors, yellow and blue. If you're colorblind, how do you know that this is a green panel? Well, if you look in the bottom right corner of my screen, the color for yellow is the symbol for yellow is a triangle. Do you want to guess what the symbol for blue is? It's a circle. Green is a triangle inside a circle, because it's those two colors mixed. So even if you can't tell that that's green, you can tell that is a composite of two colors, and that you need to add a triangle to something that is circle. If you see a circle object, and you spray triangle at it, you will get circle triangle, you'll get green. It's a really simple, it's a very elegant system. Right, so let's... I'm enjoying the architecture here, even if it does look a little like I'm in a... Like, everything's made of bones, and I'm a little concerned everything might be made of bones. I'm hoping that's not what's happening. Yellow to yellow, hit the switch, open the door. Come on, Mildred, give me access to the other colors. That's what I'm after. Ooh. Other colors to get to play with in a minute.
I apologize for the inconvenience, but the fastest way to my office is through the testing grounds. I did have a new Chromagun put out for you. Yours looks a bit outdated, at least for our standards.
I'm gonna get at the other colors. Come on, Mildred, don't hold out on me. Yeah, this is one of the games that was in the Accessibility Summer Showcase last year because of its really cool color mixing stuff for colorblind players being a really good solution for a game that is heavily color dependent. I am super happy with how this game's turned out in that regard. Okay, if I turn that green, that'll attract further that way. And similarly, I think if I turn this orange, you'll pull that way. I don't know what those switches have activated, but I'm going to assume something beneficial. Oh, the full color Chromagun. New portal gun activated.
I see the Chromagun you brought only has the color yellow. I do hope that's not because your universe only has one color. You can see other colors than yellow, right?
Hey Mildred, it's okay if I can't see colors other than yellow. You've built in this really cool system that allows me to understand colors even when I can't see them. So yeah, so if we add a circle to a line, that becomes circle and line. It becomes purple.
Spectacular. Oh, that would have been hard to explain.
I will say, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to be critical of games that have been in the AA showcase. I will say, hey, developers of Chromagun 2, I don't know that it's in the best taste to be making ha 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 how funny it would be if you couldn't see colors jokes in a game that you have like quite heavily leaned on your colorblind accessibility. It feels like a weird choice. This feels like a moment where it would have been really cool to go, oh, it's okay if your universe only has, can you only see yellow in your universe? Well, that's fine. The gun also shoots out symbols. I think you'll be alright. Right? It would have been such a really natural point to explain the color alternative system and to still have a little joke there, but not be like, oh, laughable the idea of no color vision.
For analyzing your yellow Chromagun, and it appears it can only apply paint, not remove it. That seems like a terrible oversight. What happened? Was the designer finished with the painting part and was all, oh, I'll call it a day, and then just left it at that? Oh, what do the testers say?
Can I remove
They
paint from a
hate
thing?
it. I'm sure they do. It must be so frustrating to not be able to remove paint. Ah, sorry.
Can I remove
It
paint
just
with the new
seems
one?
Terribly ill-considered, you know? In any case, our technology is nowhere near as primitive. You can press the Alt-Fire button to remove all paint down to the factory color. The factory color is of course indicated by the glowing ring on worker droids, and the trim around paintable wall tiles.
Interesting. What's the Alt-Fire? Okay, so if I paint it some other color, I can pull the paint off. If I paint, that will open this way. One door open. What's the purpose of this paint? I'll come back. I'll work out what the purpose of that paint is in a moment. So I can now pull the paint off there, paint that a different color, come this way. Oh, are we going to need to bring the sphere into here? Yes, I see. We can pull this into the middle. We're going to need to make these both green. And then make green up here. Haha. Pull it in 3 equal directions, and then we open a wall. Can I jump through? Yes, I can. It'd be great for us to have a nice Mildred. We deserve a nice Mildred. Okay, we want the sphere in here. Is she like this game's GLaDOS? I have no idea. I haven't played any further ahead in this game than the moment we are at, if I am honest. Okay, I can make this purple. Make that not purple. No, I can't change the color on that. Can I change the color on the sphere? Is this not close enough to pull it this way? What do I need? What am I missing? What am I missing? Let's remove all the paint for now. What are my thoughts on High on Life 2? I've played maybe 2 hours of it so far. I think the best comparison I can make to it right now is it feels like the difference, for anyone who watched the animated adult comedy Star Trek series, Lower Decks, it feels like the difference between Lower Decks Seasons 1 and 2. Lower Decks Season 1 felt afraid that if it wasn't making a risque joke every 3 seconds, you might get bored and start watching Subway Surfers TikTok clips. And it was a worse show for it. Season 2 went, what if we sometimes just stopped and breathed, and it was okay if we had, like, a sincere thought every now and then? And it was better for it. Right now, that kind of feels like it's the case with High on Life 2. It feels like it has mechanically more worth doing, gameplay-wise. Like, it feels like it is finding its identity outside of Justin Roiland, and it can still do those same jokes without being tied to Justin Roiland.
The universe just stop moving for moments at a time for no apparent reason.
Shut up, Mildred. I think the skateboarding mechanic honestly works really well in a first-person shooter context, and I think it's really fun to move around in. I think that it, by not being afraid to be quiet for a minute or two every now and then, it is less overwhelming of an experience than High on Life 1. I need to play more of it. I need to get a sense of where it's going. I'm kind of digging it. As someone who had a very hit-and-miss relationship with the first High on Life, I think High on Life 2 is a much more interesting game from what I've so far seen.
Or is it just you?
Oh, I'm gonna need a thing on here and a thing on there at the same time, I see. So I am gonna have to find a way to get this sphere through that door, I see. I see what the problem is. How I'm gonna get this through that door, I don't know. It's still, Rule Spider says, it still smells of Rick and Morty to such a high level, just art direction-wise. The entire franchise is off-putting to me. Yeah, that's fair. I don't blame anyone who feels that way. As Rick and Morty itself very quickly realized it did not need Justin Roiland to do a Justin Roiland, you know, it is what it is. How am I gonna get you through this doorway? Oh. Am I trying to get you through that window? No. The green's not attracting you, so it's not that. Apologies while I spend a moment working this puzzle out. Okay, you are being attracted by the window. No, just not enough to get you through. Okay. Rule Spider, I'm not trying to convince you otherwise. There is no part of me that is trying to convince you you are wrong for being skeeved by it. I got a review code, I played 2 hours out of curiosity, and I was asked what I thought of it, so I said what I have so far thought of it. That is the furthest that thought has gone. Right. Okay, what if I... Why is it now not attracting to here? And I seem to have trapped myself at this point. Oh, you've magnetized slightly too far this way, and now you won't magnetize to the other thing I can magnetize you. I might need to exit to the menu and exit back in. I think I may have trapped myself here. Hooray for accidentally getting myself stuck. Okay. How far back are we going? Oh, we're going back a little ways.
But the fastest way
Well, I wasn't sure. Why not just level reset? I wasn't sure how far back the level reset would go. In my head, I saw I was on chapter 2 and I didn't want to go back to the start of the chapter. This is my first time having to reset progress, and I learned through trial and error how to do it.
At least for our stuff.
Well, I can speedrun back to where I was pretty effectively. I'm going to do this as quickly as possible, and I can take a fresh set of eyes at the puzzle. Okay, so I want to... change that color and change that color. They'll both move away. Oh, I very much think that Xbox is probably done with physical games by the end of the generation. I think this is probably the last generation where we see physical Xbox games. Or at least in any reasonable numbers.
I see the Chromagun you brought only has the colour yellow. I do hope that's not
Yeah,
because
come
your
on,
university
Mildred,
has
blah,
one
blah,
colour.
blah.
You can see other colours than yellow, right?
Okay. So I need to paint mix these. I gotta get speedrunning mode. I got a speedrun mode.
Spectacular. Oh, that would have been hard to explain. Can you imagine?
Get this
I
way.
took the liberty of analysing your yellow Chromagun, and it appears it can only apply paint, not remove it. That seems like a terrible oversight. What happened?
Okay, we made it back.
Was
We
the
made it
design
back.
Finished with the painting part and was all, oh, I'll call it a day, and then just left it at that. Oh, what did the testers say? Do they hate it? I'm sure they do. It
Did I
must
fail
be
to
so
press one of these
frustrating to
buttons?
Not be able to remove paint. Ah, sorry. It just seems terribly ill-considered.
Which of these buttons did I fail to press?
In any case, our technology is nowhere near as primitive. You can press the
That's the
Alt-Fire
one.
button to remove all paint down to the factory color. The factory color is of course indicated by the glowing ring on worker droids and the trim around paintable wall tiles.
Okay, so this is how we open the door. We open this door because clearly that's how we're meant to bring the other sphere through, right? That has to be why we're opening the door. Because if we could get the sphere through, otherwise we could just do it without opening the door. So we need to attract... I feel like this puzzle is glitched, because rather than being on this circle, it's slightly too far back at the wall. No, it can attract when it's black, because... So, I can't make... Or is that it? Can I make... I can't make a purple wall, it wasn't broken. I don't know, I'm still... I'm sure it can attract while black. Can it not? Is black not a colour that can attract? Okay. Well, let's get back to this. How am I getting you through here? Because at some point... I'm gonna need to get you... Oh, sorry, one moment. Work message. There we go, yeah, that's fine. What does closing this door achieve? Nothing. Two. I guess black just can't attract. Okay. Green is the only color you can be. You can only be green or black. I'm going to need to attract it to a green surface, and I'm going to need a green surface that is apparently closer than this one. Unless I can make you green? Oh! And then you can be green. I see. You don't need to be green anymore. That's holding that switch down. And I suck the paint off you. Door opens. This is the problem with playing puzzle games on stream, is you have to watch me be bad at puzzle games. Right. Darksteel says, is there a way for people from the United States to gift you games? Because I'd really like to gift you a copy of Twin Mirror on Steam or wherever. I don't know if you have to be friends with someone on Steam to gift them a game. But you can find out if that does or doesn't have to be the case. If that doesn't have to be the case, I can give you my public Steam account to gift a game to. Okay, what are we doing? So if I make this orange, that's going to pull over here. That's going to do something. I add blue to you, that's going to pull you over there, and it's going to do something. I need somewhere on this... You need to just email a key, it sounds like. Okay. Make that green. Also that green. That is an inherently orange ball, so I can't... Okay, I can make both of these orange. And that would land on this middle one. And... okay. Oh. I can... It will stay there even though this isn't orange anymore, as long as I don't make anywhere new that's orange. Oh. Oh, I see. So if I want to get one here, that would be the green one can go there now, which would be... No. Okay. Let's think this through. You get that ball over there. Get this ball over here. Oh. I can get up here and then do the puzzle. I don't have to have all 3 sets of stairs active at once. Oh. So... Get a ball into the middle. Which ball can go into the middle? It would have to be orange and red. Yeah. And pull to the middle. Haha! Do I want to do this puzzle all over again just so I can pick up this collectible, maybe, if I don't miss it? Yeah, I do. Okay. So. That's there. That's there. You get up both sets of stairs. Pull. Pull to the middle. Get you to stay in place. Black is the inertia color. And we make this green. That green, and we get back to the top. Oh, ha ha ha. Okay. We make this green, and you'll go on there. Be red, and you'll go on there. The doors will open. Best puzzle gamer. Okay. This will open that, so that's the last thing we want to do. We want to open this door first. Gives us access to another ball. This would be the switch we ultimately wanted on, but this will do something else. What will this do? This will open another door for us. Rule Spider says, Mildred, sweetie, how far am I away from that cuppa and those biscuits exactly? Couldn't agree more with your question, Rule Spider. Could not agree more right now. Okay. We need to get all of the spheres into play. Okay. This is going to be the final... This will be the one of the ones that activates the door. Yep. Then we need to go in here and move this one. Open part 2 of the door. Need to come back out here. Open part 3 of the door. I'm getting in the rhythm of it now.
You can see a few of the walls are loose here. Just be a dare and ignore them. What did I just say?
Chroma Labs CEO charged for fraudulent orphanage scheme. Is that so? Is that so? Would that be Mildred on the cover? Would Mildred in fact be evil, mayhaps? Is Mildred perhaps evil? Okay, so we can purple. Oh, I was hoping we could get these barrels out the way. Oh, can I move them over there? Aha! I want that collectible. Okay. Okay, there is no progress this way. yellow to there, you'll move off the switch and let me through the door. Uh-huh.
Don't worry. The electrified maintenance towers in front of you are entirely safe to step on. Spectacular! Understanding how worker droids and electrified maintenance tiles correlate is a congratulatory feat. Kindly consider yourself heartily congratulated upon.
Mildred, I think you're another one of those GLaDOS types. I had such high hopes for you, Mildred. What am I kidding? I had no hopes for you, Mildred. How do I get you to move further forward? And not have another one. I can portal paint up there. Okay, I need to know what kind of paint I need. Mildred is a beautiful name. So I've told this story before. I almost had some very old lady names. If I had been a cis gal, my parents had a real interesting selection of names they were going to go for me. I've told some of these before. There was a world in which, a decade prior to the Harry Potter books existing, I could have been a Hermione. Hermione was the name that was on the table for me. A name that, if I had coincidentally had prior to the Harry Potter books, would probably have made me very cool for a period of time at school. As a trans girl, not a name I can pick. I can go, I'll follow my parents' naming instincts and call myself Hermione as a adult trans woman in a post-J.K. Rowling world. Would have been a very interesting journey.
Awkward silence.
Oh, shut up, Mildred. Mfanwi was a name suggestion my parents had for me. There was a world in which I could have been Mfanwi Kate Dale. Could have been Mfanwi Kate. There's a world in which I could have been a Mildred. Mildred was on the table. I could have been a Hermione, could have been a Mfanwi, could have been a Mildred. You can see why when, you know, as an adult, being like, I'm gonna take a piece of the name thoughts they were having for me. I chose the middle name and not any of the first name choices. There we go. Octavia's a hell of a name.
Doing splendidly, love. Just two more changes.
Right, Mfanwi's a beautiful name. But, again, as a trans woman, particularly one that was planning on getting lower surgery, there's no world in which I could have taken a name that most commonly gets nicknamed to Fanny. I could not have been a Fanny. I must say, I am surprised how little motion sickness triggers I'm feeling playing this. This is very nice. I'm appreciating how decently comfortable this is motion sickness-wise. Okay, I don't have a sphere, so this is unimportant right now.
Just a quick heads up. The worker droids in this chamber are a bit on edge. Please don't shoot them because while I can promise I can revive you at any time, I can't promise that they won't try to kill you repeatedly.
What happens if I shoot this? Oh, attack! The droid went into attack mode. Attack position. Okay, before I shoot you, let's take a minute to make a plan of attack. Are you just going to simply chase me unless... Hold. I'm guessing what I need to do is make you green and then run this way. You'll start to chase me, I see, until you get close enough that you get caught in the trap that is, haha, you saw some green.
I really can't say what's making these worker droids so angry. They're supposed to not care about being shot, but it's like they've never even heard of the laws of robotics. We do teach them, you know. All worker droids go through a several microseconds long simulation in which they experience an intense, harrowing, 6-year-long conditioning boot camp. So agitated afterwards is anyone's guess. One of those quirks of AI we'll never understand, I suppose.
Can I not change your color? Oh.
You poor, poor thing.
Oh.
My. A bit clumsy, are we?
Okay. Oh. Okay. So, if I make these green and turn this sleepy bot green. Did you not turn green? Okay, okay, you're not color mixable. Okay, I see. And the remaining three are gonna need, two of the remaining three are gonna have to go on to here. So if I make these orange. Okay. I have to get better at recognizing which droids can have their colors changed and which ones can't. Okay. Okay.
I mean, oh no.
Okay, okay. Ooh. Ignore the sleepy droids for a second. And work out our plan. So I need to lure you to a... Okay, this one can have its color changed. This one can't. So this one's going to be green. I need to have a green spot set up and then just simply shoot this one. Make this purple. Make you purple.
That was unfortunate.
We have the long way round. So this one has to be green. This has to be green. What I need to do is chase it around. I need this to already be open. Okay, it will chase me around this way. Smart enough to be able to seek me out. Okay.
Only 3 more chambers.
Until what, Mildred? Is it the tea and cake? Did you promise us tea and cake? Tea and biscuits? Are we getting the tea and biscuits finally in 3 chambers? Is the tea and biscuits a lie? Are we doing Portal? Is the tea and biscuits a lie? Oh.
Oh, that? That's just a little something to keep the testers motivated. A motivated tester is a good tester, I always say.
Okay. Okay, subjugation of the workers, yeah. The architecture is gorgeous, including the, Mildred is freedom. Mildred is peace. Mildred is freedom. Okay. Mildred, hello. Natalie, a couple of hearts is a perfectly okay comment to leave on a video. Any kind of engagement is super appreciated for the,
I'm having a
I hate to say it,
spectacular time testing with you.
algorithm.
It's like I never want to stop.
Okay, what do we got? What do we got? And yellow here. This can be the one that comes to orange. This can go to purple. These can be green. between. Anyone who would shout at you for leaving that as a comment on a thing, not worth the time and energy. I apologize that you had some bullshit like that to deal with. Alright, so this is done. Then okay. What is that briefly achieving? Ah, that pulls that up. I see. I see. Oh, it'll only be open. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to turn this off in that brief window when it's active, so the door stays open. I'm impressed at how beautiful this game looks, considering in this second chapter the color palette has largely been grey for the architecture. Okay, what have I got going on? So I don't want to wake the thing up. I just want to move the platform.
This is one of my favorite chambers. I'm sure you'll love it, just as much as I do.
Oh, we make them all green? That's the mix. Ooh, hello. Let's be careful in this test chamber.
Oopsie.
I guess that's not a jump I'm allowed to do. Okay. Oh.
Wasn't that fun? I'm sure you'll enjoy this next part even more.
I'm trying to turn on my torch and it's not working. Oh. Okay, okay. Okay.
Just let the droid kill you already.
Okay, so let's make some...
What are you doing? This is entirely unwarranted. Stop tearing pieces out of my testing grounds.
Okay. Where are we off to? Okay. Okay, we get a sphere. Anything of note down here before I move on? No, it's just if I make the fall, I see it's way back up. Oh, okay. This dread. This. Ugh. Okay. There we go. Oh, I fell off the thing. Run, run, run. Oh. Things have gotten continually more nonsense bonkers in the My Chemical Romance community in the past week or so. I've talked a little bit about this. Maybe a week and a half ago, My Chemical Romance's lost 2012 album, The Paper Kingdoms, just appeared on the internet 15 years after it was scrapped. And since then, a couple more bits have surfaced online, including a silly little song the band wrote at some point about not getting stuck on a bus and never having had a government loan. It's very funky, very silly. It's had me in my head this past week going, never got a government loan. It's weirdly funky. It is not what I would have expected. A couple of other bits of music as well. I'm gonna be honest, the very funky song about getting stuck on a bus is the one that has been stuck in my head. Don't you get behind that bus, motherfucker! It's gonna slow you down, making all infrequent stops. It is a weird thing to be stuck in my head. Royal Spider says, will the tea be cold if it even exists? Surely, but now it doesn't matter. You admitted out loud wanting to kill me, Mildred. So now I'm coming for your tea stash. Okay, so if I... It's not the answer to... the ceiling stuff there? Is that what it was getting attracted to? Yeah. MCR haven't typically been a band that does silly, but apparently at some point during their hiatus and coming back in you know, around 2012 to start making music together again, at least behind the scenes, they were feeling a bit silly. Don't you get behind that bus, motherfucker. Never had a government loan. If not for the fact that an entire album of lost My Chemical Romance music had leaked a week before, I do not think I would have believed that Don't You Get Behind That Bus was real. But in a world where the Paper Kingdoms is just out there, yeah, I'm willing to believe the silly song about a bus is real. Okay.
I see what this is. You want to go home, don't you? What? Is there somebody waiting for you? Somebody you miss? Are you just longing to be back with them?
I mean, I kind of like to be home.
You aren't going to like this. The portal only works one way.
Oh.
You're not going home.
What if I use your portal thingy to go home? Presumably, you have a portal-making machine in your dimension. And that could take me home, mayhaps. Is getting me up here get me anything? Yes, it does. Can't crouch. Oh, I can jump on top of the sphere, jump in.
Are you looking for the portal? Were you listening when I said it's a one-way thing? Not that you'd even find it in the first place. This is a gigantic lab complex. The chances of you finding the portal room are infinitesimal at best.
Dallas Alanko says, now I'm singing Don't You Get Behind That Bus to yourself. Look, I cannot play for you Don't You Get Behind That Bus because it is a lost piece of music from a band that is whose record label are being very adamant to take every piece of it down off the internet. Yeah, it's out there. The bit that is stuck in my head, it's 50% Don't You Get Behind That Bus, motherfucker, and 50% no one ever got a government loan. That is my brain. That is where my brain is stuck. Okay, orange. We can make orange to get past here. How many chapters does this game have? Out of curiosity, we're on chapter 2. I played some before the stream started. How long to beat Chromagun 2? Out of curiosity, it is. We have a length currently. We do not on how long to beat. How many chapters? How many chapters? I'm curious about. At least 5 chapters. We're on chapter 2. Okay. Chapter 1, this is fine. Chapter 2, this isn't fine. Chapter 3, Richard isn't fine. Chapter 4, nothing is fine. Chapter 5, everything's fine. Natalie says, my brain's been on a loop of that French Orange Fish song, but about a cat called Sweetener from Instagram. Oh, that's, Steve, le poisson Steve. Poisson Steve, il est une brasse et des jambes. He has the arms and the legs. He's Steve the fish. He's Poisson Steve. Okay, so if I want this to break, I need these to be the same color. So we're gonna make that orange and this orange, and that should break it. No. Green? Green. It's you to start going up. I can make you orange. You orange to lift up properly. And then you purple and you. There's something behind sticking you there. Okay. Can't go over here. You can stay up there. I get you, secret that is back here. Okay.
Just give up. It can't be found. It's impossible. Unfindable.
Red. Okay. Ah.
Are you daft? Listen to the words I'm saying. You're not going to find the portal.
Get you onto that specific spot. Ooh. And that door. Oh. Oh, it's gonna be the other side of this door. Okay, run, run, run. Run around, run around. Ooh. I might be reaching about the end of my brain limit today for this game. I'm having a great time with it. I think it's a fascinating, very well designed puzzle game. There's only so much staring at a puzzle I can do while knowing there's other people watching me before my brain goes, ah, yeah, we're done with that. I'll try just for a moment longer to see if I can work out this puzzle. Oh. Quite pull it through the door. Is the answer. I stand on the button. I just trust that's on the right spot. Doors open here. I see it, I see it. You come through, you get stuck to that. Change that color. I've got to get the red Through to here. So how do I get the red through to here? Oh. Change that color. You come chase me. Oh, I feel so smart all of a sudden. Suddenly feel so smart. Aren't I so clever? Oh, there's that only one-way portal. Definitely not a two-way portal. Not at all.
See? I told you. The portal only goes one way. Can we get back to testing now? I've got a few delightfully deadly chambers coming up, and you haven't died in a dreadfully long time. Have you ever died? Oh, I can't even remember.
Want to go home. How do we go home?
I really don't enjoy you scallywagging around in the old R&D labs.
What's wrong with me scallywagging around the old R&D labs? How much trouble could I even get into? Probably not much. Right? Okay. Green is the color we do this with. How do I attract you over there in the first place? I can't attract you to green because you are red. The answer to this has to start with purple up there. Okay. Pink is there. Oh, I don't need to change the color of the ball. Platform is green and green.
What are you even doing in here? Looking for another way out? Allow me to help. There isn't one.
Yeah, the electricity's off. That's what I achieved, is the electricity's off.
You know, when we discontinued our research on the alternate reality portal, Glenn from accounting said, we should deactivate the remote operation systems in the center. To save money.
Yeah.
Needless to say, Glenn is no longer employed at this company.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this here for today for stream, just so I can get a little bit of brain rest before I hop in and record Feature Heart or Die. But thank you very much everyone for watching, I hope you've enjoyed. I don't know what I'm going to be streaming on Monday quite yet. Maybe more of this? Maybe we stream more of this on Monday when I'm a little more awake. Thank you, everyone. It's been a lot of fun playing a game where my brain is doing its best to keep up with increasingly elaborate puzzles. It's an interesting game, this. Check out Chromagun 2, Die Hard. It's a game that I was very proud to have in the Accessibility Summer Showcase last year, and I'm very glad to see it's turned out really well. I'm always very pleased when a game that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna give this a little spotlight, the end result turns out to be good. So, hooray! another success out of the AA showcase. We got good tasting games over there. Check out this year's in early June, whatever day Summer Games Fest kicks off, to find out probably about even more cool games like this. I'm gonna go record a podcast. Good night.